Bam, bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I went long last night. I can't believe it. The market looked crazy. I still took a long anyway, and I'm going to explain why. Then I put out 2 awesome calls in the trading group. We continued to bang on them. I hit Bitcoin again accurately, if you can believe it, for like I don't know, a bazillion time in a row now. This is absolutely out of control. Usually I lose, you know what I mean? But like I lost like 1 out of 17. It's pretty crazy. Shout out to everybody here on the live, breaking it down. Let's take a look here at what's happening to Bitcoin. You can track my own calls yourself. Thank you for the lemon, boo-boo. Don't you get a sip of Wawa? You want some water? Okay. Let's put the lemon into the water quickly. Let's get it moving. Let's get it back in running here. I'm a little off screen. I guess I think I should be more over here. Look at the money flowing into cryptocurrency. Look at Bitcoin at 42,700. How did I know Bitcoin was going to go? I don't. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. How were we able to pick up on what was going to happen based on the probabilities for BTC? And we're going to break that down for you right now. Longing with the lifer overnight. Best way to sleep. How many overnight gains have we made now? It's like I can't lose long and Tuesday and Wednesday night. Like I long Tuesday and Wednesday night, man. I love it. I love it. Is the mic on? No, the mic is not on. Completely. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Is the mic on? Are you serious? You're going to play that game now? It's insane, to be honest. Who can't believe, who joined the trading group and thinks that I'm a robot? No, I swear to God, you think somehow, some way I must be a robot. It's just, I even think I'm a robot. Like, this is nuts to me. Like, I do not expect this every single day like this. Like, I'm kind of worried because, like, when you keep going up like this, like, there's got to be a crash, right? It's just insane. Joined up 50% in 2 weeks. Bang. I love hearing that. Sam Bot. Audio is off, lifer. Is it too high or is it too low? Audio is off. Why? What's going on? Something's wrong with the audio? What could be wrong? Do the robot voice. Hold on, let me ask my team. Team, Sean, anything wrong with the audio? It's perfect, thank you. Yeah. Someone messing with me, man. Trolling me. Such a garbage troll, man. Yeah. So whack. I can't say when people do that. Like, that's, you know what? That's bad karma on that guy. Whoever did that, it's bad karma on you. That'll come back to you. It will. Because you mess with my brain, and that's not cool, man. Someone's going to mess with yours now, and that's what happens. I'm sorry to say. I see another call here for Bitcoin right now, immediately. Bitcoin looks like it's about to pop to the upside out of this flag and continue to squeeze these shorts. This is the call I put out. Look, anyway, I got to backtest through the whole thing. So you're in my trading group. You're watching Bitcoin. You're in the Discord. You're hanging out with me last night, and we're going over what I'm looking at, right, for BTC. I see a move here on the 1 minute time frame about to get busy on the perpetual. 5 minute doesn't look too good though. And honestly, it's been such a good morning again for trading. The trading's been amazing from 7 to 9 in the morning. By the time I come to the stream, I'm like traded out. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I've made my money for the day. Like, I don't need to trade anymore, you know? Otherwise, but I'll still take something, you know, the 5 minute doesn't look good to me, but the 5 minute's been getting pinned all morning by the smaller time frames. Small time frames are high. You can, you know, figure out things that may or may not happen beforehand. Just, you know, so this is a flag. This could likely play out, and we're going to break this down. So this morning I woke up. Well, let me take you back to last night. This is just crazy. This is crazy. So last night I'm about to go to bed, and before I go to bed, I'm just like, you know what? Everybody is, I felt fear. You know, I felt fear for a second. I identified fear in my gut. And I said, you know what? A lot of people are going to feel that. I said, the market's in fear. I said, I could take advantage of this and I could long on them. And so before I go to bed last night, right, I'm looking at things and it was 12:10. And I said, I know, but I'm opening up a long on the 2 hour. Risking very little on the 200 SMA on the 2 hours defense. So like, you see, my stop loss was right there. I got in right there. I made sure that the risk was so, like, it was like, there was a paper thin place for me to get in and out of that trade. And let's talk about this. So let's make it. But why was I so confident? Well, the 200 SMA, look, once you get above it, you come back to retest. So you break it. When you do the retest, you tend to hold it. Stochastics were low. There was, you know, and I used the same things over and over again. So I begin to trust them. The more you use the same indicators over and over again, the more you'll trust them. You get it? The more you'll be in the flow state of things. I put out this to the trading group this morning. We're already up 10 cents. It's not amazing, but we're already up. And this is going to get sideways and likely, boom, this is going to $100. This is going to 5X. Why? Because people are making money with the airdrops. People are getting excited. I'm going to start, I should have been staking way earlier. I knew about this thing when it was way down here. I just been too busy running the trading group and doing my own thing. I've had my own stuff going on. Now I look back, I'm like, man, there were so opportunities missed here. But, I'll write a book one day. You'll know why, I don't want to spoil it. But so there was a lot going on the last couple of weeks. Also, my mom died, right? So, I was doing my best just to make it to the stream and hit gains here in the trading group. But now I'm back. Like the old me, I can make gains in the trading group. I can do DeFi. Like I can really touch this market like an octopus and get as many hands as we can in here. And that's the plan. All right. Great buying opportunity for the bull market next year. They call him Sammy 3-piece. Shout out to my man D-Spear09 in the house. Storyteller. Where's the Discord link, brother? The link to the Discord. Sean. Where's my Sean? There he is. And we have it up here. Let me pin the comments right here. You can jump on into the Discord by hitting this and heading to CryptoLifer.com. When you hit that first link, it's going to take you here to CryptoLifer.com. Jump on in today. You'll get opted in to sign into our newsletter. All you have to do is hit consent and put your email address. That's going to change the game. What we're going to do is send you 2 newsletters a week that are really like we spend a whole week working on them. I have staff members researching. We are putting so much effort into those newsletters, they will blow your mind. So pay attention to what we're putting out. All you have to do, 15 seconds, 10 seconds, I don't know, right, to put in your newsletter. That's value. We're going to give you so much value back. So in your whole life, think of all the things you're going to do, what you're going to get back for that. I promise you, whenever you spend time with me, you're going to get so much more value back than if you spend time anywhere else. I'm going to pack in the value as much as humanly possible. I just told you this trade was about to break out. I gave you the flag, low stochastic. So far, it looks like it may be getting the business here. That target does take you to 43,200. All right. And there you go. It's starting to get a bit of a move here. I was trying to take you through what happened last night. So let me take you to my futures account here. So last night, I'm about to go to sleep and I make this trade here. My trade is, I got out of the trade already, but I made the trade here on the 2-hour time frame. I added the 2-hour last night. Where is it? Oh, they only let me pick it. I couldn't add it. Yeah. So this is the trade last night. It's still there, right? And honestly, the target's still there too. Let me get rid of it. So the target for the bigger trade says we can go all the way to 44,000. That's what the trade says, right? So no reason to leave the trade yet. Beautiful candle to the upside, right? So I opened up this trade last night in the trading group. You can clearly see I'm not BSing anybody. Timestamp today at 12:10 in the morning. I know. And I thought it was a bit nuts too. I really did. I was going against, but I was using the technical. See, I was using the TA. See, what will happen is eventually you'll be you as a trader and you'll trade emotions. Then you'll learn. And then you'll learn, trade emotions. Your emotions will keep telling you to do the wrong thing. Like you will short this because the whole market feels iffy. And you would have shorted last night. So many people shorted last night. They all did. The whole market did. That's why we were able to eat them alive. Like I knew how to cross trade the market sentiment. You get it? Like I could smell the blood in the air, man. I'm a shark, man. I can smell. That's what I do for a living. I'm a trade shark, right? I'm in these charts every single day. Lifer, God is good. Can you do some Dogecoin, TA? Dogecoin looking interesting. Honestly, some big news coming out for Dogecoin too, which I think could propel it to some bigger things. So I'm excited for Doge. So this is what we saw. And listen, last night you get the stop loss. You see the entry clearly. You see the take profit. It's all clearly put in. And if you saw when I got in, then the price was right where I got in. And I tell you, and when I open up the long, I tell you exactly when I open up the long. I open up the trade, take a picture, post the post. Or I take a picture, make the post, open the trade. It's within the first 10 to 15 seconds if I'm opening up the trade. I don't usually do it for altcoins because I'm not into getting people to pump and dump, Every once in a while I'll say I'm allocating into this. I'm buying into this. But for me, I don't want people buying things just because I buy them, But I do tell you what I hold, and I do share my portfolio every week on the weekly screen share, right? So anyway, I woke up this morning at 7:30, right? Bang. 7 hours later, I finally went to bed about 1. 6 hours later, I was up 19%. Bang, bang, bang. Then I saw this double bottom, and it said, hey, if you just traded this double bottom, it says you're going to get a move to the upside. Then we started to make a pump. Now I started talking about the 5-minute 200 SMA. To me, that was all what it was all about. But we started playing with it. See, the 5-minute 200 SMA right now seems to be getting rejected. So I said, hey, if we can get back above this, in how many days do I, every single day when I'm on this channel, I talk about making a trade using, look at that beautiful trade to the upside. Banged on him. Look at that. It was a perfect trade. I should have made it, but I'm sitting here explaining things. This is a perfect trade. I'm in a trade right now. I'm still in a long for Bitcoin, so this is great. Boom. Look at that. I just gave you this flag to the upside. You know, I was going to really readjust it and show you, but look, no stop loss. You don't even, the stop loss, 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. At this point, the stop can be brought to break even. Bang. Anyway, let me kind of finish the narrative here. So I was watching the 5-minute chart, and I kept saying, hey, if we can get back above this, right? Then I saw the 1 minute turn into a beautiful bull flag. And when I saw the 1 minute turn into a bull flag, I said, that's the trade. And we were above the 200 SMA. Then I said, once the 5 minute gets above, we're going to front run that idea. We're going to make a pretty big move to the upside. So right away, inside the trading group, I said, everyone, look, quick. Here's a fast scalp for Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart. Extremely fast. Look how tight that is. Boom. Very, very tight. Boom. Gets a move to the upside. That's insane. You see what I'm saying? Very, very insane. So I like that. I like what I'm seeing. Very, very interesting for a move to the upside here. And that's what gets me going. All right. That's what gets me going every single day. That's what gets me excited. All right. So it's stuff like that. And then literally within a minute or two, this thing was gone. Like the exact entry. Why? Stochastics crossing tell me when to get into trades. Tight moving averages above a high volume node. This is not rocket science. I've been showing you guys this over and over again every single day. I know you all love the ICT stuff and it's great. It works, but this is freaking pumping numbers daily. Simple ways to make gains. Look, trade a flag, trade a flag, trade a flag. Like it's not that hard. You don't have to make it that hard. All right. I know a lot of people using different concepts getting absolutely rocked and wrecked today. If you got demolished and wrecked, you need to understand the basic concepts of trading. I'm not breaking the rules. I'm not an anomaly. I'm showing you the facts here. All right. And you can see this is the before and after. So last night I put you in the trade. This morning I put out the exact entry, exact way to get inside the trade with the stop loss, with an entry, with the take profit. Exactly it did exactly that. Then it made another flag in case you missed the first entry, and it did it again. Then it made another flag in case you missed that one, it did it again. Okay? Eventually, you're going to get bearish div, and that's when the ride ends at the bottom of the RSI until you get bearish division at the top of the RSI. Then the moving averages get far apart, and you start to come back to a 618, 786. Look, this is the money printer upside down. I've been teaching you this. Whenever the 21 gets away and you get the divergence, you pump back up. It's the same way to take profits on the way down. This is the exact same thing that I saw for Bitcoin on the weekly. All right? If you go to BTC, USD, all-time history index, and you go to Bitcoin on the weekly, this is why I figured out what to do for Bitcoin. This is how I called the top. I've been trading the small time frames over and over again. Whenever they saw a bearish divergence and price got away from the 21 and the 21 got away from the 200 SMA, I knew, boom. Look, this is the exact thing right here. The 21's away, the price gets away from it. You get bearish divergence. You're likely going to get some type of pullback or sideways price action, Once I saw the bigger time frame doing that, the weekly, so I learned all this from the smaller time frames. That's why it's very likely Bitcoin's not dumping anytime soon because these moving averages are too close together. Bitcoin doesn't dump on the weekly when the moving averages are close together. It just doesn't. Look, may have some type of little pullbacks here. I mean, I guess it did go to 14K down to 13. But there again, it got away from the 21. The 21 was away from the 200 SMA. We got a curvature here, and we had the bearish dip, exactly what I just showed you right now. I can teach you how to, look, the same thing. Bitcoin got up. The 21 got away from the 200. You had bearish div up there. You zoom into Bitcoin, and I tell my students, if you just take my beginner course and learn nothing else, when everyone said we were going to 100K, everybody, shoulder, head, right shoulder. All you had to do was like my beginner course, literally in 2 hours. If you have somewhat of a recollective brain, I mean, and that told you were breaking down the length of I just so insane, right? And then rising wedges break down 68% of the time. I teach everybody about trend analysis and how to watch the trend, right? High, bomb, bomb, bomb. Here's your low. Here's your high. Here's your higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. The second you made a lower low, That was it. The second you made a lower low, that was a wrap. That's how important this is. See, to a trader, this is a universe. To someone else, it's a millisecond of it's a minuscule detail. But to a trader, it's everything. It is everything. Okay? Everyone in my trading group, if they followed the rules and played exactly the technical analysis the way it's supposed to be played, you are paid in the shade right now. And I did it like a flip book. The reason why I was late to this live stream is because I was in the trading group, working, making sure people were seeing what was happening. Because I know there's people following through the group. I gave the trade, then I gave the update. Look, we're doing well. I don't give the trade and walk away. Then I'm like, boom, you can't, look, boom, you can't say I did not make the ballsiest long last night. And that thing is still paying off. And then the Stokes, man, were low. They told you going to go higher. This thing broke out beautifully, exactly as planned. Then I said, make the flag. I showed you this trade before it even happened. I showed you how to find the trade before the trade happened. Told you to wait for the 21 to touch price action. Okay? Because I watch how the 21 plays out and I use it religiously. We go to the 1 minute. Go back to that in time. Look to see where I showed you this. So if you had missed the trade, if you had missed last night's call, if you had missed the morning thing, I then told you how to watch how the 21-day moving average interacts with price action. When the 21 touches that, look for this flag to break out to the upside. I had this look. You can see it here. And again, it may have been more like this. I drew 2 lines, you know. But I can see what's going to happen before it happens. And I'm waiting for the 21 to touch. When the 21 touches, we're gone. How do I know this? Because I've watched it my whole, for the last 10 years every day. Look, 21 touches. Goodbye, senorita. Boom. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Then it does it again. When the 21 interacts with price action, you're allowed to move to your next level. You get your impulse, you touch a 21. You get your impulse, you touch a 21. You get your impulse, you touch a 21. You see this? The 21 SMA is a deadly accurate way to trade. It is like boom, boom, boom. It's the reason why you listen to me every day. It's the reason why I hit like clockwork. Yes, I use the 202 with confirmation. That's how I know when to enter the trade. I know there's a lot going on here. And I've accelerated the way I'm using the moving averages in the last 3 months if you've been watching me for years. I have got to another level of trading. You can see that the accuracy is even more accurate than before, which is kind of insane because I'm learning how to use which one at which time now. Now I understand when to use the 4-hour 200 against the 8-hour 200 or the 1-hour 200. And my mind is able to juxtapose and transcend through the time frames. It's insane. And it's exciting because the higher you get into this realm of trading, the farther away you get away from the people that are just getting in. So you better start now. The faster you get here, because then in 10 years, you'll be me. And you'll be taking money out of this market like you wouldn't believe. You see? You want to become deeper than everybody else. You want to get so far deep into the sauce that people can't even see you anymore. You're light years ahead of the sauce, man. Right? You're light years ahead of the sauce. You can do this. I believe in you. There should be 2,000 people here. This is exactly how to trade Bitcoin and exactly how to get paid. You can listen to the news being regurgitated to you all day if you want, and someone open up a chart who has no idea what they're talking about. Who's freaking, or you can listen to a grown man who's battled the markets for 15 years from Boston, who was raised by an iron worker and a school teacher, hard-nosed body, no BS, right? Came from a hard-working middle-class family that knows the value of $1, picks up pennies on the street when I see them. I am humble to the dollar. I know exactly where I came from, right? The SMA settings are in the group. If you watch videos on it, I believe I have a video how to set up your entire TradingView suite. All right? Trading gets you out of the matrix and puts you in your own matrix. 100% what he just said. It takes you out of the matrix. I'm telling you right now. It takes you out of the matrix. Rave Song Records, we love you. We appreciate you. You're the best, man. So look, previous resistance becoming support. Low stochastics again. Now you're going to be looking for what? Hidden bullish divergence. If the hidden bullish divergence is strong enough, it could propel us to continue. If not, the bearish divergence takes over. For me, it was a great rally, right? We got in last night. the double bottom. And then on top of all this, you could have just played the double bottom. On top of all this, just the double bottom. They did not sweep the double bottom lows. Right? Was there a fair value gap that got filled? Let's take a look at some ICT concepts and see if they played out either way. I'm just curious. I don't personally trade ICT, but many traders in my group do or are interested in it, and they play with the concept. I'm spot on with what I'm doing, so I don't change what I've been doing, right? Beautiful fair value gap right here on the 1 hour time frame. Look at it. Right there. And we entered the fair value gap. So, I mean, there again, you can't say that ICT is not spot on there. Wick to wick. Play the wick to the upside. Money printer with the bullish divergence, which is why I got in last night. It was the money printer. If all you know the money printer, I used the money printer to trade last night. That's exactly what happened. Right? Bang. And boom, we filled the fair value gap there. And look, I play this idea. You can see. You don't, like, for instance, for years, I was playing ICT without knowing it because I use the VRVP, which is giving me the gap right there. See, there's basically the gap, but the gap is liquidity. So I can see liquidity, so I'm going for liquidity. Liquidity is the gap, all right? So I knew where the liquidity was too. That was a good place to take some profits. And that's a good place where price action will get sucked into if you're trading ICT. This is very interesting. What is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is an inefficiency in price action where you don't fill the order book correctly. Well, not correctly, but the order book is skipped in a way, right? Think about it. Price is dumping, right? We want to sell. Sells all the way down. Last sell is here. Candle closes back up here, all right? Sell goes all the way down. This candle closes back up in here. And when these two candles don't meet, it's like there was orders here that didn't get filled. There's definitely stop losses that didn't get hit here. There's open space. Because there was a movement here that went fast. So people definitely look. Whenever you see fast movement, what happens? Well, people follow that. So price actually starts to drop. Oh, I'm opening up a short with stop losses. So then the short happened. When we're here, you have to remember there's a bunch of people still short all the way from here. Now there's people that are short from here just lowering their stop loss to break even, into profit. So some people came up and they got stopped out right now. Why they got stopped out, right? And remember, it is the Thursday. Expect less volume follow through. So I would be taking profits on that bearish divergence on the 1 minute time frame. All right. Anyway, I keep going over ICT in the back just to kind of see what goes on and see if the concepts intersect. We also had a beautiful fair value gap here that it definitely did get filled, and we punched through, which was right here, this wick to that wick, right? You can see right here. Okay. And you can always even Google all this stuff. Right? You can Google, as I always misspell something. Google is your friend, everybody. I spend so much time on Google. Right? And a fair value gap, right? Is widely concept among action traders today as it aids the development of trading strategies, blah, blah, blah. Before diving, blah, blah, blah. Fair value is anyway, to me, it's an inefficiency in price action. You see, there it is too there, a hidden gap. The illustration does not depict the fair value as previous candles. They can be found on all time frames, and there are numerous trading strategies that can be implemented. An example, we will focus on utilizing them for trend continuation as a significant impulse move. So see, they're using them for we could kind of continue further to the... See, I'm so stuck in my trading style that I can see these, but I don't need them. You know what I mean? So boom, the bearish div here played out of it. Look, you eventually got bearish divergence. You didn't have it the whole time. You kept coming up, and then rising wedges break to the downside. 68% of the time, you started a rising wedge. And now we're going to reconvene. But what a beautiful move for anyone that traded with me today. And again, it's been amazing. The last 2 weeks, most of our trading and all of my wins are becoming, I open up at night and wake up in the morning to gains, and then we're able to print more gains. There's a chance we print more gains in the live tonight. Right now, there's a chance this bounces, and we'll see what happens. I need to reassess my brain, though, and rework. You know me, I have to delete all my old work and start fresh again. I'm sorry, I could give you a trade right now on the smaller time frame. Look out for a possible right shoulder here. And that could break further to the downside. But I want to do my due diligence and do my top-down analysis. Even though it was the monthly close last night, we did see a lot. My brain, I'm like a goldfish. I need to see it again. It's weird. I just need to see it again. And I could just write the levels and go over the same levels every day, I guess. But it helps me to just envision it over and over again. I see a bit of a diamond forming here too on the daily. To me, that is a reversal diamond. Not a good sign. Definitely a reversal diamond. When it goes in the diamond, you come out the diamond. Anyone who doesn't see this as a diamond just hasn't traded enough in their life. You know, I definitely see this as a diamond. We're going to go over all coins for sure. Don't get, we go over Bitcoin till about 11:15. Then we're going to go over it. Yeah, I'm not saying that. You don't understand. You said I don't get information from ICT for the man himself. What you don't understand is he didn't create fair value gaps, right? They've been around for a long time. So, like, people have been using a fair value gap even before them. So it's like, you can't say that the fair value gap was created by ICT. You get what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, people have been using fair value gaps for, like, long times. Yeah. So if you went to Google and Googled the fair value gap and you got a definition, it's kind of like, the word Kleenex? They're just a company, but people call it Kleenex. But it's not, like, they didn't make a gosh damn paper towel to blow your nose, right? So if you Google what is Kleenex and you get a definition, and yes, you're not getting the information from Kleenex. Everyone understand me there? Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. And honestly, I don't care what you do, as long as you get so much paper coming out your butt that you're able to give to other people. If you're such a good trader that if you're tipping 50% when you go out because your trades are so big, I don't care what strategy you're using. You know what I mean? As long as you're giving back, as long as you're making so much money that you're able to give back to the world, not about buying yourself something nice, not about being the man. It's about if you're able to give back. If when you can go out to the world, are you tipping big? Are you able to bless others with your just boom, boom? If your trading style gives you that ability, then keep doing it. Whatever you're doing. All right? I don't care if it's freaking doing backflips off a yellow line. I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? If it's ICT, DBI, if you love market cipher all day long, as long as you're making gains, I'm happy, because that means you're going to be happy and you're going to be spending money and you're going to be helping the world and you're going to be a good person, right? And so, so it took that long to get the movers in and out. That's like 5 days, right? 4 days. Now you're all set, man. Everything's going to be sweet. I dread moving. I got to we have to figure out where we want to end up living for like the next 10 years, and it just, there's a lot to talk about, right? When that comes to that. Anyway, finish my top 10 analysis. We didn't get a lot of viewers last night. It was kind of awesome. We can't go over JOYSTREAM getting banged out. Sam, I'm missing my Myria coins. Wow, what happened? You sold them? Nice. With the Soul Treasure update, use it Doge to convert in and out anything. Brave Wallet. Pennies instead of Soul Treasure update. Using Doge to convert in and out to anything with the Brave Wallet. Nice. With the Soul Treasure update, using Doge to convert in and out to anything with the Brave Wallet. Pennies instead of dollars. I love it. Yes, I got the jupe. Yes, we got the jupe. It doesn't matter, Sammy. Do what works for you. 200 MA, baby. All day. Thank you, Sammy. Tony Rosas in the house. Last night's stream was a nice surprise. Shout out to Asher, dude. Good juju to pass some on. Amen. Yeah. God bless Master Friend. God bless GF Burke, G Boggs, Scott Steger, Johnny Appleseed in the house, Redman in the house. Yeah. Yeah, like I did that. I can't tell you guys, but I did a cool thing. I can't say what I did, but I did something cool. I did one of those things that you see on Instagram. You know, when you see people doing those cool things on Instagram, they just like help someone, or, they just like, I got that idea and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I just turned and just did it. And it feels cool, man. And I even forget it. You'll forget you did it one day. You're like, oh yeah, I did that. But it just feels good to give, man. Givers gain all day long, baby. All right, so the stochastics are high on the daily. We've hit here's a high, here's a low. That to me is a low. However, it could be a shoulder, a head. We could be making a giant complex. So we could have a shoulder, head, shoulder to the upside, right? Here, Sam, just working. Shout out to a lot more crypto. We love you. $80. Go fill you up your tank. Yeah. Just big. Oh, what's your grocery? Oh, yeah. Just pay for her groceries. Whatever you got to do. Just hey, Sam, I just keep starting trading and wanted to know where I could find good info for TA learning. Just stay here every single day and get focused and tell yourself that it's not going to happen overnight. Give yourself a 4-year plan to master technical analysis. Tell yourself it's going to take 4 years. It's not going to take 4 years for you to make a profitable trade. It's not going to take 4 years to make gains. It may not take you 4 years to even make a good amount of money. But to become a master of TA is going to be completely different than becoming wealthy. Or, maybe, what I mean is someone could throw money on a meme coin and make a couple mil and never know anything about technical analysis, right? But that person may never know how to farm for the rest of their life off of technical analysis. So there's two things there, right? That come into play. So with that being said, you got to make it your goal. What's your goal? Is your goal to get rich or to master technical analysis? Now, if you master technical analysis, the goal is likely you'll get very rich. If your goal is to get rich, there's likely you might just get kind of rich. So if you make the goal to master technical analysis, there's a high chance that you become very, 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 very wealthy. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at GME for me? Always made life-changing gains, but I would like to know how far it could go. Wow, you made life-changing gains with GME. It's funny, I saw it and wanted to get in, but thought it was just too much. Thought it was just going to be too much. I sold my CLORE ID right when we got there. I was like, eh. I saw us lose the 200 SMA on that 7. Look at that, 111 777s though. That's me and Crypto Billy. Isn't that weird? The 777s and the 111. It's so funny. And I just saw 111s yesterday thinking about Crypto Billy. Let's look at GME. I'm going to start servicing the super chats a little quicker for you guys. The only place I saw it was on Polonian-X. Oh, wow. Remember, I saw it when it was up here at 0.6, and it went up even more. And so I looked at it, and it was already up like 600% when I saw it, right? So I was like, I'm not jumping in there. And on a wick, it went up another 200% from there. In total, 30x, 3,000% on the wick. Still holding a 10x right now. GameStop, right? It was hot. Super hot. This is the only centralized exchange it was on, but it was on a few others too. It was on decentralized exchange, right? It's getting tight now inside that channel. That's looks somewhat like a descending triangle, but with the hype and everything, as long as it stays above its 200 SMA, it could continue to pump. Wow. Came out on the 29th of January, just 3 days. Look at that. That's what happens in crypto. Just found my original XDX seed phrase. Guess where it was? In my wallet. Up 1.5. Amazing. I understand. Thank you so much, Sam. Lately, I've been in a really dark place, and watching you gives me hope. I want to lock in and tell my dad to stop working. Ridge, I love you, man. And all things will come in good time. All good things will come in good time, man. The hard part is the patience it takes for things to align. But when they finally do, my goodness, man, you must take advantage of the alignment. All right. So let's break it down. I kept talking about the 200 SMA on the 8-hour time frame, how important it is to me that we don't lose it. We seem to have double bottomed here off of 41,000, 42K really, 41,970, $42,000. This is why I opened up that previous long to the upside. And I'm still in it because I have the stop loss here. We got close. It came back. Now we have a bit of a weird double bottom, but it could turn into a right shoulder. It's very crucial we close an 8-hour candle above the 43,500 area, 43.5. And look, you can see it here because bounce, 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 bounce. We just held it. Resistance, resistance, bounce, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. 43,500 is our main target for the day. If we can get above it today, bang. Also, I am seeing still a complex inverted head and shoulder on the bigger time frame, the 8-hour. We saw it's already on the 4 and the 1, but I see one now on the 8-hour time frame. Bitcoin, bullish engulfing candle on the 8, huge wick on the 22. Tells a story. Moving averages conjoining. See, when they're starting to get tight. So, for me, it looks like pre-halving consolidation, in my humble opinion. very likely we just start to go sideways here and make some type of pennant before a bigger move to the upside. That's what the charts convey. That's what the moving averages convey to me, but anything is possible. Anything is possible, but that's what the charts convey. All right. Zeta's supposed to be omni-chain, eat the Bitcoin, and all the rest built on Cosmos SDK. Zeta's hot. We went over Zeta, talked about it. It keeps coming at me. I keep hearing about it. And this is the thing. Every time I want to buy a coin or get into a coin, my mind's like, but there's another one. And there's something else out there. And this is the year of the new narratives. They come fast and furious. And it's not for, again, this is something you have to exercise your mind at. It's almost like playing fast-paced, basketball, fast-paced soccer. If you ever had them do a hurry-up game, or the game just felt a little more fast-paced, or you played with people older or quicker than you, compared to how you used to play. And, the game is starting to get crazy because developers are smarter than they used to be. They can see issues in chains, and they can make tweaks and create a new coin. And that new coin, because it's faster, quicker, and able to actually show that it is what it is, can immediately grab market share and make a move. And boom, right? So dump Bitcoin to 32K for the rest of the first stage of the bull resistance. I don't know about that, man. I don't say stuff like that. We'll see what happens one step at a time. Right now, 22-hour interacts with the 21, pretty close to, and makes a flag. And that's a Sammy Cup and Hattie in a bit of a way here. Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside every single day here. Bang, bang, bang. Remember? How the channel began, banging on them to the upside here. So we see a move to 47,377 on the 7-7. And look, 777. Look, I got this 777s there at the end. I don't know how I did that. So crazy. That's my dad. Oh, my dad loved, that Irish 7, so it's always coming out. So I see this could be a beautiful cup and handle. Resistance. Chance that we never go below 42K. So far, 42K. Holding us down. Remember, I showed you that weekly support or resistance area that we've gone over many, many times. It's 41,360. I remember it now photographically in my head there. So 41,360. So yeah, there's a cup and handle target, takes you to about $47,000. So I do see this could be possibly a diamond pattern. Not a fan of it. I'll get rid of it for now, but it's something that we can keep in the back of our minds here. So now I'm taking a look at price action. Trend right now, we've got to get above this high. We got to break above 43.5, right? It's crucial to the move. We could end pattern here, and that'll tell us we're going to make a move further to the downside as well. 12-hour, 8-hour, everything bounce. And to me, it's all about the 8-hour 200. As long as we stay above the 8-hour 200 SMA, we can have a huge move to the upside. If we start to falter below it, close 1 or 2 candles below it, I remain bearish till we get back above it. I'm very, I found for me, and again, you could trade any way you want. I found for me, this is the most foolproof, cleanest, and it helps me, because say I was in a big trade and I wanted to long. Say this was like TA, I wanted to long. I just threw a bunch of money in it, and I'm up. And I get up. I have like 20, 40 grand position. And next thing you know, it starts to falter, and an 8-hour candle closes, and I'm only down like a few $100. I get out. It gets back above. Every once in a while, it goes shooting star above it, and I front run it. And that's if I see a double bottom or something on a smaller time frame. Like today, I front run that other pump because I could see the flag on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute. There's ways to go about it at the right time. All right. So as long as we stay above this 200 SMA on the 8-hour time frame for the day, we're going to stay, we will stay long, and we will continue to pump long and strong. The 4-hour right now, sad to say, is getting rejected by the 200. We got to get back above that to remain bullish. Period. That's it. There's no now look, we got above this high volume node. It says we can get here. There's a gap of the VRVP. So this is kind of where we stand. We're in a falling wedge in the 4-hour time frame. Some could say that, we were in a wedge, we broke out, we came back inside of it, and now we broke out of it again. I'd be willing to say that. And this strategy has helped me because I'm 1 out of a billion people that would say this. Nobody would do that. It's a very unique situation that I've created for myself, right? Yesterday, your trade went lost. No, it did not. No. After yesterday, to sell off for the market to actually find its footing in the coming days above the 200 SMA. Yeah. Sammy coming handy to the upside. What's your go-to cold storage wallet based on security and not coin availability? Trezor. Yeah. Yeah, I like Trezor. I like Tangent Wallet too, but I've only had them for like a couple months. I've had Trezors for 5-6 years. Sam, hit my personal best in this morning. To avoid being greedy, I need to step back and go and enjoy the day. Please. Dude, we talk about that all the time. Master Friend goes over that too. Whenever, dude, pull back from the market. Take a pullback. Do not go hard. There's no reason. All right? Super chats, Doge and JOYSTREAM. We'll take a look at those super chats for Doge and JOYSTREAM as well. All right? So here's the deal. Resistance to the 200 SMA. Tight moving averages in the 4-hour time frame. When the moving averages start to conjoin, the 50 just crossed the 80 and the 100. Those are preemptive golden crosses. You're really setting up nice here, and you've got a hidden bullish divergence. This is swinging down while that's swinging up. It tells us that that's going to be the low. We're going to break this high. Bitcoin is on the way to the upside. We can load up on altcoins without fear because there's a hidden bullish divergence. Again, it's not 100%. Nothing is. And I'm not a financial advisor. None of the guys say and do should be taken as financial advice. But me personally, I take it as a very big sign. All right? I take this swing low to this swing low, and I have an uptrend. I take this swing low to this swing low. I have a downtrend. 4-hour hidden bullish divergence is very strong. Tight moving averages getting close is a very big indication to me. If we were the other way, like the moving averages were curving like this, and that's when we drop. When the moving averages are far apart, things aren't looking good. That's when you want to begin to start a short. When the moving averages start to get close, that's when I want to begin a long. And I know it sounds crazy, right? And you probably think I'm nuts, and that's okay. Most people shouldn't agree with me because most people, we got to be right, you want to be counter trading the majority of the herd, right? Like last night when we opened up a long, no, not many people opened up a long last night. Barely anybody did. The market makers did though, and they created the liquidity to snatch you, right? I still like the Air Gap Keystone Pro, but it ain't for everyone, but advanced users. You know, it's funny, I got the Keystone Pro. And I'm an advanced guy. Like, I absolutely love all sorts of gadgets. I open up computers, and I sent that thing back, man. And they were going to work with me. They gave it to me for free. And I use it. And honestly, having to download the software onto a chip, having to put the chip in, like, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to set up my seed phrase. I'm trying to plug it in. I'm trying to put on my coin, man. That thing was too much. It was too much. And to sell that to other people, to sell an inconvenient truth to other people, like here, and then it didn't have a lot of, on top of that, if it was amazing. Last night, you were talking short at the very end of the show. I may have been, yeah. But that's why at the last minute, I saw long. I can't, you know what I mean? So, like, I saw both. I see two things, though. I was always talking about the 200 SMA and how we had to hold certain levels. I never really say long or short. I tell you, I don't know where it's going. Every single day, I tell you guys, I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. Like right now, I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm just building a high probability that we go to 48,009 here based on the moving averages. See how the moving averages are getting very close? It's very unlikely we're going to dump. That's all. Like this. See, they're getting here. They got close. When they're far apart, you dump or go sideways, like here. But like here, they're getting close like this. Like, see how they're joining up right now? Now the 200 is above and they're joining up. It still could dump. It's not. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee in trading. Nothing. And I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I love it too because I say every day on my stream that I have no idea where Bitcoin's going, and then the next day people are like, "You said it was going to the downside." And I'll be like, but I say out loud that I have no idea where it's going, though. And I say I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. And I say it every day. And then they have to remember, whenever they try to call me out, they're like, he did say that, though. So I'm out, like, you know what I mean? At the same time, when I make a trade or make a call, I'm trading the probability. I'm showing you that the probabilities that I use play out are more likely to play out. But I don't know what's going to happen. You know. If you were in the group, you would know Sammy was long. Lego my sats 369. I love it. Yeah, exactly. The benefit of the trading group. Because things change. All about probabilities. Yeah, perma bear, perma bull, become a perma lifer and hit the life button for the best TA in the game. Shout out to Michael Paz, man. You're the man. Head and shoulders of the 1 minute TA for Bitcoin. Facts, Sammy. Long for the win. Yeah, we talk way more than the live YouTube. You're the only trader who does trades in real life. Having subbed to the group, you can see everything in real time. Exactly. Experienced traders are able to change the plan based on probability of the charts present. Amen. You know what's funny? I didn't have that ability even 2 to 3 years ago. Like, I was a trader, but I wasn't an experienced trader. I could go long, and that was it. And I would have to, you know what I mean? Now I can see when something may not be perfect, and I can look for a smaller indication, and I can wait for confirmation now. Before, I didn't wait for confirmation. I just kind of like threw it at, you know, and sometimes I won, sometimes I lost. It wasn't, you could still be a profitable trader doing that. But now I'm just far more accurate. Like, I can just, you know, there's a higher sense of accuracy to be had. If you want it, it's there. If you want it, it's there. So we're going to zoom in now further. We're eventually going to take you to present time Bitcoin when I'm done yapping. Shout out to the 1,230 people here on the live. So, as long as the 8-hour can hold the 200 SMA, I remain bullish. The 8-hour loses it, I have to flip back to bearish. Shoulder head. This could be a right shoulder. And so I have no idea what Bitcoin's going to do. I'm ready for each one, though. I'd love to short this. I would love to long this if it consolidates. And maybe we can take some little flags along the way in here, right, on the smaller time frames. So I have plans, hopes, and dreams. We have a point of control here on the 8-hour time frame. Losing it would bring you back down here to the high volume node. There's a gap here. We gapped up pretty fast. Why do you think we went up so fast? Because we had this gap here. That helped us make the trade. That's why I was able to see the trade. So the 8 hour is a big deal today. What it does, how it does, and where it lands at the end of the day is very, very important. 7 hours and 52 minutes. We just closed an 8-hour candle barely above. It would have been nice if it had followed through. It did not. This candle, we do not want to see close below this yellow 200 SMA. If it does, it's going to tell us a story of the day. 4-hour candle, what I also did not like just now. Rejection. Perfect place to take, you know, if you're in a trade and things are going really well and you're nailing it, and you see that price action's coming into the 200, perfect place to take some profits. We talk about this on the, you know, I call it like the dinero printer, but you could call it the money printer. Where we got in at the 1 minute time, right, with the divergence to the 200 SMA, taking profits at the 200 SMA, 70%, because usually there's either rejection. Now, when you get above it, there can be explosive movement. It's ballsy to keep the trade going when you hit that area. I've done it. It's ballsy, and I've done it, and then it's got above, and then I've taken the trade to some great places. It can suck you in to do that because you know if you can get above that 200, a huge move is coming. But that's the responsible thing. So when you hit there now, it's time. So as me now that I know this, I know that when we get above this, big explosive moves happen. But I also know it's a great rejection point. So when I'm in a great trade and we hit this, that's when I have to be a disciplined trader and sell 70% of my position. Now, if I've hit 3 trades in a row and the day's going well, fine. I won't sell, and I'll see if I can rock out and maybe just put the break even. You know what I mean? It depends on the trade. I will be more risky if I've had more wins that day. A little bit. And if the market is presenting itself to make better, you know, if I keep seeing bull flags all the way to the upside. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like your brain is always assessing probability, and you should be able to change the, you know, like I go outside and let's just say I want to teach my kid how to walk. Like they're just learning how to walk and I want to bring them out. And then it starts to rain. Maybe that's not the first day to take them out to walk when it's wet outside. The probabilities of them falling have just gone up. Now 2 minutes before that, 3 minutes, it wasn't raining. The situation was completely different. I changed my thought process and how I react based on the new information presented to itself. Basically what people didn't do during the entire pandemic. They heard news of one thing and they stayed that way for the rest of the pandemic. They didn't change the way they thought when new information arose. Anyone with a brain could have critically went through what happened and easily deduced what was going on. And once you couldn't do that with someone, it became some weird argument. And you're like, it was over, right? I know many people experience that. Trading will help you become a more open-minded person because you'll realize that you can't be right all the time. And that all you're doing is making assessed judgments based on the environment at hand, and that the environment can change minute to minute, hour to hour, day by day. It will make you a great husband and a great wife because you'll treat your significant other with love at all times and know that sometimes they may, be going through something. Sometimes they don't. Just be open-minded. Give everybody a break. XRP is a total mess. Yeah, not even point looking at it, man. Thank you for the explanation. Helped a lot with my own psyche. And it's crazy. Am I psychic? The day before XRP got hacked, I sold it for Jupe. Remember? I said, dude, the day before XRP got hacked, I said, I'm out. I said, I'm out on XRP right now. Right? I said, I'm sorry, but Jenna hit it up too. And I did get my Jupe, but I'm in trouble. I eventually did get a Jupe though. Look, selling a portion, and this is the 31st, right? XRP got hacked yesterday, I think it was, right? Or that morning, maybe. And I think I might have posted this like late at night, right? So it was before though, but selling a good portion of XRP for Jupe, sorry. I still hold a big bag of XRP. I still hold a bag of it. But it's crazy. What a nice pivot. Thank the dear Lord, you know what I mean? XRP didn't get hacked. It was just his personal wallet. Yeah. Jupe stinks. Why did I buy this junk? Just give it some time. Dumping hard, though. People are going to get their airdrops and continue to sell. It's only a matter of, just something you got to hold for 2 to 3, 4 months and see where that goes. That's a budding ecosystem that could really just change the way, I think insiders at XRP knew, then some of the market knew, and then you knew something was up. Then they let us know. Oh my gosh. Everyone thinks I'm an insider, man. I sit by myself in Boston with no inside information at all. I like to make people think I'm an insider because I'm like, yeah. And again, I get some scoops of, I guess I am an insider. But it's not what you think, you know what I mean? I just know a lot of people in the industry and I might get some DMs and stuff like that, but it's not as sweet as you think it is. I thought it was going to be sweeter, being on the inside. Tubers don't care about spreading rumors as long as they can bank off of it. Such is life, although I can't stand XRP. Yeah. I'm lucky enough that God has blessed me with an educational school, right, with my Discord. And that's basically the main crux of what we do here, right? There's some channel sponsors, we get some exchange, we get some exchange commissions if you use our links. And that's it. I promise you right now, I do not show any single, I'll look you all dead in the face and I'll make it clear, glasses off, blue eyes straight up. I do not show any coins or projects to any of you for my own benefit. I will never do it. If I ever see something that I really, really like and I happen to be in it, even then, I just usually don't tell people about it just to keep things separate. You can call me a sucker. I'm morally too nice. Some people think, hey, but I don't like to take advantage of what God gave me. God gave me each and every one of you here today. I really, truly believe having an influence over people is a blessed thing. And you can lose it if you don't treat it rightly. You can lose it. And we've been seeing people all around, even this week, look what happened with SAVM, right? I'm not going to say anything with anyone, but, a lot of channels came out and, did what they did. And they're getting, some people have called them out for it. And, it is what it is. And remember, you don't have to make apology videos when you don't do things you're not supposed to do. When you're making an apology video, you did something weird. You did something wrong, If you feel the need to make an apology, something's going on. You get what I'm saying? So, if you do the right thing, see, I had a good mom and dad. I told my mother some of this stuff that happened in YouTube, and she goes, "That's horrible." I'm like, "Yeah," and they sell on their subscribers. I sat her with her one day, and she was like, "Oh my," she was like, I was like, "That's what they do, Ma." And so people think that I'm like that, and they attack me, and I would show her some of the hate comments I would get. Because she was like, why do people say those things to you? And I'm like, because they think I'm one of these guys, Mom. I'm like, that's what they do. And so anyway, see how the 200's coming up and the moving averages are getting tight? Tight moving averages. It's telling me a story. Something is happening. We bounced off the 200. We stayed above the 200. As long as the 1 hour stays above the 200, I'm actually pretty bullish too. For us to get a major dump, the 1 hour will have to lose the 200. This is strange for me. It's very rare that I've been below the 4 hour and the 8 hour, but not below the 1 hour. I'm almost never seen it. It's a very rare occurrence. However, I do know the 1 hour is so sensitive that once we lose it, So the cool thing is, as long as the 1 hour 200 SMA keeps creeping into price action, we have nothing to worry about. You see? So I would watch this flag right here on the 1. As long as the 1 hour flags out, that's my next trade. And look, top of the pattern, bottom of the pattern with a spike, that was a spike in price action. And it's likely we come back here to the top. And then we could consolidate. Not saying this is guaranteed, but this is somewhat likely. And we have the hidden bullish divergence. Remember, the hidden bullish divergence is still strong too here on the 1 hour. Tried to make the high, though we didn't get above it. We do have a serious resistance for the 1 hour at about, we'll call it 43,800, 43.8. That's where the 1 hour has a big boy resistance. Remember my big boy resistance? It's been a while. We used to use big boy resistance, right? But that's my la resistance. Yeah. But that's my resistance right there. Okay. Now, I sold my chart. I sold my trade. I hope you took profits this morning. Remember to take profits. There's always going to be another trade. Everyone gets stuck at, that's going to be the one. This trade has to be the one that's going to make it. Every time I did that when I traded leverage, I usually lost the gain or got back to break even again. Every time I took the gain, $50, $200, $20, $120, $500, whatever it was, I continued to grow the account. And I go to bed in a good mood, knowing that I didn't blow it. I didn't blow it up. I didn't, lose it. I didn't just continue to chew myself to zero. All right. So I'd watch this flag for Bitcoin on this Thursday. Volume's going to slow down as we get to 2 o'clock. We had a nice movement. I believe we caught the liquidity grab for the day. That was it. We've been catching it. We've been catching every liquidity grab recently on the live stream or earlier in the trading group. Trading has been awesome. Trading Bitcoin specifically. One thing about the trading group, I do go over a lot of altcoins. I find altcoins, we go over altcoins. When Bitcoin hasn't found its way yet, and we're still watching to see if it's going to hold the key level, not a good time to load up on altcoins, swing trade altcoins, in my humble opinion. I did tell people that in my trading group, I said, listen, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking this financial advice. All right. But what I do is when Bitcoin's in this kind of choppy area, I trade Bitcoin, as you can clearly see. I leverage trade Bitcoin, and then I dollar cost average into coins that I am, have a lot of faith in, or that maybe I got to miss and are getting a little bit of a pullback, right? And so that's kind of, and then I share what coins I'm getting into, what I'm thinking about, and right. And that's it. So before Bitcoin took this dump down too, I tethered up. Like right around here, I started feeling iffy about some of my bigger spot positions. Then we came back up and I was still up. And then when we caught right around here, like my SEI position was up great. And I was like, and I decided to pull out. And then now SEI is lower again. I like SEI. I like SUI. I like Manta. I like TIA. And the sad thing is there's probably going to be 2 or 3, 4 more that are going to be coming out. And there's so many more we researched. Tonight is our weekly screen share. It's going to get more intense. As the bull market comes on, the weekly screen share gets more and more intense, meaning there's more coins to go over. There's more concepts to cover. It gets more and more in depth. And, during the bear market, it's really all TA. And we're not, there's not a lot of new projects coming out. Now there's a lot of stuff coming our way. There's a lot of things we need to pay attention to. And yeah, I'm just telling you, get your notebooks out, get your Excel spreadsheets out. We're going to be going over a lot of coins, talking about a lot of different things, as well as token metrics. But yeah, I have a lot of concepts to break down, a lot of ecosystems to talk about, and just, super important. So I'm watching this flag on the 1 hour time frame. To me, that's kind of the story morning glory. And price action is likely going to kind of find its way here. Hopefully it can flag out on the 15, which it looks like it may. And then we reconvene. Takes about 2 to 3 hours, maybe 5 even at the most, for the flag to fully form. For right now, we did get rejected by the 15 200 SMA. We did get rejected by the 4-hour 200 SMA. But bullish signs that we stay above the 200, and bullish signs that we stay inside of this kind of, I'm just started this trend line. We can't say it's a trend line yet. This is a completely projected pattern by me. This one we could kind of say, because you have 2 touches. I guess you have 2 touches there. So you can I guess you can say that is a trajectory, but I like to have 1-2 touches like that, like in the line. But hey, anything is possible. I like to see it before it happens. That's how we got here in the first place this morning with the gains. All right, you're still in massive gains too this morning if you're in the trade. Just make it clear. And from last night's entry, and again, last night's entry was using the 200 SMA as the stop loss and getting in right here. I got in like right there. The stop was so close. Again, we had a bit of a previous resistance, became support. So it was what's called an SR flip. And I've been using SR flips more. I learned them and I knew them for 8 years. And then I studied all these other things. And lately I've been coming back to the SR flip and just making a lot of trades based off the 200 SMA. Yes, a pattern maybe, but the 200 SMA, divergence, and support and resistance. I mean, again, eventually you can combine. You have so many different little strategies, and you can combine. You've done, you can take 2 or 3. You can take 1 of 2. Some days I take just the 200. I trade just to move above the 200. So yeah, it's a bullish sign that the 1 hour and the 2 hour are still holding that, but it's not the greatest sign in the world, right? So what's the bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is that we can't seem to get back above this level. The bearish scenario is that daily could be making a lower high, and we could be in for a lower low. So it's super crucial that we break above 43.8. You don't break above 43.8, then you can really see 39,008, and we can start to see more downside. But man, whoever got in, and we bought Bitcoin on the lows. I bought a bunch of Bitcoin down here. Felt it was a good move. Super happy that I did. And we'll go, we'll see what happens. I scooped up a bunch of altcoins. I got my Miria when things were super. I bought Miria so far at the bottom. We'll see what happens. But, I became a Miria fan. I'm in the Miria family. So I'm going to leave Bitcoin alone for the rest of the day. We don't really, not much more to talk about. I'm not going to put out a live trade. All the fun kind of happened, in my humble opinion. I could definitely deep dive the 1 minute and start swinging around here for you. And anything is possible. But for the most part, I see some chop now. Sideways price action. These moving averages get tight enough and close. There's a little flag here. That's a cup and handle that could break out. If you're really fiending for a trade, there's a little trade right there. Entry could be now. Stop would be, somewhat below 4,285. Target could be 4,2,500. The target would be 4,2,766, something like that. But again, I've had my fun. Day was good. I'm not pushing it Thursday at 11. Not my favorite time. And we got our Tuesday, Wednesday trades. Like Tuesday, Wednesday did exactly what they were supposed to do. They pumped the accounts. Now the key is not losing them until the next Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday. So keep remembering how we win a lot of trades. Things go really well. I still won Saturday night. I still won Thursday night. I know there's a lot of wins throughout the week regardless, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are my go-to days to trade. You'll find a pocket of trading that you really like too. So yeah, I'm watching the one hour. All right. And I could be wrong. This thing could just moon out of nowhere and start pumping. And I could miss a monster move. Unlikely, but I could. I'm not 100%, and not everything I say is right? If it was, then I guess I would be, I don't know, a robot or something, right? Yeah, I may get rid of that for now. It's annoying me. But you can see, you can always go into a smaller time frame and look for opportunity. And the flag could be something more like this too. We could be making an upward. I don't know how we're going to consolidate. I just know I'd like to see us play with the 21 and make a shape. If we get above this resistance and see that high volume node, we're going to whip right up to 43,400. All right. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. If you want to jump into BOOKMAP, we have the least expensive way to do it. So this is the perp right here. And it shows us just where the order books lie. And it's not always 100%, I'll tell you that. But it can coincide. Some days you'll see a big red order, and then my chart will say we're going up, and we will go up nicely, right? So this says that we could go higher here to about 43,300. It says we could go lower all the way to 40,005. All right, and then there's a chunk of liquidity down here. It usually likes to go to the darkest, closest liquidity. The darkest, closest liquidity is at 43,000. So BOOKMAP suggests that we could see an order book up here to about 43K. That's just something on the radar, no guarantees, but that's what we're seeing for BOOKMAP. All right. Shout out to the channel sponsors. We appreciate you. I Trust Capital. I Trust Capital, really the place to be, where you can move your funds into I Trust Capital easily and swiftly using an IRA. Also, it beats the ETFs because you can get in kind. You can actually get your money in and out for Bitcoin. Like, you can ask for your Bitcoin and they will give it to you. It's pretty awesome. I Trust Capital just does a lot of different things that you don't get anywhere else when it comes to cryptocurrency. Also, when the market changes, you don't get access to those low dips. I Trust Capital, you do. And so it's just a pretty cool thing. BlackRock also holds 50,000 BTC in its ETF. The rapid accumulation reflects strong investor interest, but also marks a significant movement and integration of digital assets into the mainstream. And, Ethereum blockchain network is set for a major enhancement, too, through that decon. And that's going to push things up, too. And I think there's going to be an Ethereum ETF. And, and set conditional transactions to protect yourselves from volatile price swings. You know what I mean? Just, you can set some limit orders there in some areas too, just in case, right? So I Trust Capital, the place to be. Absolutely love them. And BingX, man. I gotta love BingX because it's the only place you can trade Forex, cryptocurrency, in the same place. You can't do it anywhere else. Like, you'd have to open up 7 accounts. BingX is the place to be. Open up a BingX account today, feel safe, secure, and see why a lot of people absolutely love BingX around the world. And shout out to our #1 channel sponsor, Crypto Lifer, each and every one of you, for jumping into my classes, for joining my trading group, for being a part of my movement. We don't have to shill or do anything or associate ourselves with any nonsense. We get to stay clean, stay amazing, and it's because of each and every one of you who support me. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. And God bless all my channel sponsors. We really, really greatly appreciate you. Shout out to MEXC, the #1 exchange of the game for me. And #1, they did something big. They care about you guys. They came back and they lowered the fees yet again. We had a talk. We said, people were loving it. 0.1% future fees. Now you can buy your spot without paying a dime again. They even reimbursed everyone from yesterday because the fees came out, and then, unbelievable. So they care about you. You can't do this anywhere else. Nobody else is offering this. Nobody else can. MEXC. All right. So, if it's applicable in your area, if you can jump on in, I'm telling you right now, MEXC is the spot. You can KYC on MEXC with a RNS ID. Get yourself an RNS ID, become a digital citizen of Palau. And you can KYC on MEXC anywhere in the world. So check it out. Lowest fees, the lowest fees in the game, nowhere else. And if you're like, how do I jump in? We make it really simple by the highlighted comment here. You can jump into MEXC right there, bing. You can jump into I Trust Capital right there, bing. You can hit my newsletter, and you can jump into cryptolifer.com and join the trading group, where you have been given the Bitcoin call this morning and the updates consistently that will have coached you all the way to the upside. All right. Wow, Binance Inscription Marketplace is here. Inscribe with Binance. Pretty big deal. And you knew Binance wasn't going to stay outside Inscription's marketplace. Inscribe, trade, accelerate, access BRC20 tokens, EVM, and more. Unbelievable. The Binance Inscription's marketplace. App, Binance.com. Download. Sad to say that most people can't get in if you're from the US, right? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. ZK Sync getting a little bit of a trend here. James O'Keefe, Mike Vrabel. Is he coming to the pads? Or what's happening? I don't know. No. Anyway. So yeah, I see Bitcoin going sideways inside this flag for the rest of the day, for the remainder of the afternoon. 2, 3 o'clock, and then we'll see. And then the volume will even come lower by 2 o'clock. So it tells me that, things will dry up a little bit. You never know. We could still get a huge pump tonight. Anything is possible. I'm open-minded. That's why I'm going to be, looking at the charts all day, and that's why we're going to be together at the weekly screen share. Who's excited for the weekly screen share? I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Bitcoin double bottom on the 1 minute, he said. Yeah, possible. I see what you're saying, for sure. And it's holding that 200 SMA. As long as you hold that 200 SMA, that could pump and then go up and down. Look at that shoulder. Hey, look, the right shoulder did play out. We did dump. It did exactly, look, the TA did exactly what it was supposed to do. Why would you go against it? Let's see if there's a fair value gap on the 1 minute that got filled. I bet you there was. Right there. Look at it. See it? Unbelievable. I almost call that a double gap, right? Bang. There's another one right there. A tiny one, though. And look, we basically wicked almost to it. We didn't hit it, though. There's one here. There's a big one right there. Yeah, I wouldn't stress the small time frames now. I'm just telling you, the liquidity grab, they went at, they liquidated who they wanted. Think about it. Every day, people show up and put their money out. And, it's kind of like at the end of the Sunday night football game. Like, if you got rugged, you got rugged. If you won, you won. Like, the trade's over, right? There's no more games. It's, all the people that put their money down, put their money down. Like, this was, the Sunday night football game's over, but it happened this morning. You want to look at it like that when you're trading. And we want to take advantage of liquidity zones and liquidity grabs in areas where price action's getting busy, You can pay for the 99 trading group and membership with crypto by emailing cryptolifers@gmail. Yeah, super chats, Doge, JOYSTREAM, FET, and STX. We'll take a look at the super chats. Thank you so much. 11:30 right now. Let's jump on into those super chats. God bless each and every one of you. So GME, someone asked me about it. It is getting tight. Could it continue? There's a chance. There's a chance. CLORE is a cool coin. I don't own any anymore. I did. Took that pump up. But I'm nicely got out. The 2-day chart looks good, though. I'll be honest. The 2-day chart, to me, conveys that it is ready for a possible reset back to the upside at one point. Just going to take its time. Some people have deep dived this in the group. My man, Steffelsgate, he said it's awesome. I didn't do my deep dive on it. I was just swing trading it. Can't deep dive everything. Eventually, you can attempt to, but you'll fall asleep in the middle of the night reading everything you can. Last night, I was on a tear researching. I go on these late night research tears. They drain me. It's kind of what happens, though. To stay on top of the game, I need to be up late out of the charts and into what the next coin is. So not only do you need to be researching the market, you need to be in Discord, you need to be watching YouTube, you need to be kind of checking Twitter, you need to be kind of doing all this hard work. It's crazy. On top of that, it's all about, also making sure people are getting gains, making sure we're looking at the right coins, and making sure we're hitting Bitcoin properly on the lev trade. So a lot going on inside the trading group, right? It's a lot going on, all right? Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, and hanging out with the Bitcoin lifer. All right? And let's continue to kind of go through the realms here of what's happening, all right, in these altcoins. It is really a full-time job to keep up with everything. It's constant because we have BRC20 now. We have inscriptions. That's a whole world. Then we have the airdrop world, the TIA world. You have to pick which one do you want to execute on. And if you go in too many different ways, you're going to have coins in 100 wallets all over the place. Trust me, it's happened to me. Trying to put your hands in 1,000 pots, What's your process of deep diving a coin? I mean, the first thing I want to do is look at its market cap. Right? I should make my own layer one. MOVR still go hold. Would you take profits at this moment? and buy back around 17, 19 bucks? Thank you, Sam. It's a good question. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. It's funny how it's just been in this flag for days. These are 2-day candles, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I mean, 10 days sideways. It's weird, right? I bought into this coin somewhere here, and then I put a limit order to sell it at 55, and I left it there, and it's been sitting. And it was kind of just for an experiment. I just wanted to see if how long something would take. I mean, it's been like pulling teeth. I got in right there, thinking the flag, eventually would, and we just been like, it says eventually it's going to make a move. It's coming back down to the 618 golden pocket. It's just taking forever. I don't know. It's like on pause mode. I love my job. We are blessed. After I was invested, man. What's your opinion on? Can't take a look at DIMO, please. I don't have opinions on everybody else, man. Don't ask me those kind of questions. I appreciate it. I hope everyone does well. God bless everybody in the space, and everyone has their ups and downs, man, including me. I've had some horrible downs. So, all right. All right, so there you have it. Superchats, Doge, JOYSTREAM, FET, STX, and DIMO. DIMO's been hot. I'll give it to you. Doge starting to get some love. And there was some talks about Doge. There was some Doge news recently. Again, Doge for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. The last 24 days, it's been sideways. Just absolutely nothing. But it stays above the 200 SMA. As long as it stays above the 200 SMA. And I put this trade out for Doge a long time ago. You can even just look at it here. That's what I'm not saying. This was it here. It just had not stopped out yet. But, circumstances have changed. It's got to get above that point of control. I don't know what all this little nonsense. But yeah, I just see a giant cup and handle for Doge. I've seen these as shoulders, head and right shoulders, just in a funny way. And it's got hidden bullish now, which tells you that the trend will continue to the upside, swing down to swing down while that swings up. Doge to 13 is the target. So for me, as long as the 200 never gets lost on the 2-day chart, this thing's going to 13. Pretty simple to me. Looks pretty bullish. This valuable info only costs you a click, like button, and it doesn't bite. Yep. 120 million Doge hacked from the co-founder's wallet. Really? Wow. It's just weird, huh? They get the hack of Doge, they get the hack of XRP. Sounds like they hacked themselves. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm hopefully not. But hopefully, too. It's like both, right? Why? JOYSTREAM just keeps getting fudded beyond belief. This thing got sold all the way to God knows zero. So remember, whenever you get into a new coin, high risk, high reward. This is, I have to eat this. This is something that I really liked. We were getting in down here though, and we were up huge multiple times on multiple profits. And when we came down here, what I did is I started buying in, and now it's all the way back down to its 786 retracement. If you believe in the project and you think it's a big winner, it could still continue to go. This is usually when I would buy into something. However, it's not like a gala or a huge team. This was kind of something that was really new, really just getting started. And, and what I heard was there was one guy who runs a big trading group who just dumped the heck out of it and then told everyone he knew to dump it. And I guess he kind of created a pretty big frenzy. And then, the market makers started to flush it. So this has been a beatdown, disappointment for me personally. All right. Very rare that I see a long-term position that I'm looking into that goes, this happens to 1 out of 100 of my positions, but it happened. And it's not over yet. This thing could still end up somewhere up into the highs and they could continue, but definitely got fudded, not looking great. JOYSTREAM getting beat, losing key areas and just continuing to dump. I will heat it. I mean, it had kind of an Adam and Eve double top there in a way. And what I'm starting to do, which is interesting, I've never looked at this before, but I've looked at Adam and Eve sideways, right? It's kind of a sideways Adam and Eve. Again, even I keep learning and seeing things differently. And that suggests that could break to the downside, the length of the Adam and Eve. And that's exactly what you're seeing, which is very interesting. So I've learned that I can twist, spin, move, and the charts do what they're supposed to do no matter which way I look at them. I find it very, 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 very interesting. Like, it's fascinating, to be honest. And, yeah. So, yeah, this is a really beat. And it was getting, look, it was, if you looked at it, it was getting beautiful bullish consolidation. If it didn't get fudded, you can see it was just getting tighter and tighter. It was just going to continue to the upside and do a beautiful move. But bearishly retested it. And the one key thing, too, was it lost the 4-hour 200 SMA, and then, look, it lost its 8-hour. Once you lose an 8-hour SMA, that's usually the time to bail, right? Right there. That's never a good sign, okay? Here we lost it a little bit. We did come back, you know, so it's not like, but it's usually, it can be the beginning of a major downtrend, and it was. And usually once you lose that, you go to the 22. If you go to the 22, you go to the daily 200. And there, the daily 200 had just existed. Then we barely retested it and dropped even more. So, you know, this project could be pretty dead. You know, I have to say, like, it's pretty beat. It's pretty beat. Really whack, you know, but it happens, right? It is what it is. So there you have it. JOYSTREAM just getting beat to the downside unbelievably. And I would just keep looking at smaller time frames for bear flags, and it seems as, wow, it got sold beyond. And so everyone just panic sold this thing beyond belief. Pretty sad. The team must be tight, you know. And it says it's going lower. I mean, the technical analysis just says it's going to keep going lower. So would you buy back in right now because it's so low? There's so much beautiful opportunity here right now. This is trash. I have to say, like, there's so many good coins that, yeah, they're going to pump and pull back and healthy, but, like, this is trash. I have to say, and I'm pissed. It's one of my investments that did not go well. And very rarely does that happen, right? But it is what it is. And it's not over yet, but I'll be honest, like, I may just cut it off. I get excited when I see something like that. And the reason why I get excited when I see stuff like this is because I'm like, well, that's a great loss that I can offset a big win. So, like, if I make 100 racks, 200 grand on another coin, it could save me maybe 20 grand or 10 grand, right? So that's all. Like, you know you're going to win if you keep moving. And so, and I don't take a lot of L's like that. So, and I didn't take the L yet, but for me, it would probably be like a 4 or 5 grand L. So, is what it is. I got in so early that it offsets the, you know, some of the buying opportunities there. Fetch AI getting beat down. Up to 81, came all the way back down to the 54 areas. I like this coin a lot. When it gets lower, I like to accumulate. And I've just been buying low Fetch AI when I get a chance. Previous resistance becoming support. That could be a key area to jump on in about 47.54 before Fetch makes its bigger move up to that bean and then closer to its all-time high. So Fetch AI on the radar. Definitely a coin that I like. Definitely something to watch. Some hidden bullish forming. A little bit of a Fibonacci there. Fetch AI could make gains, and you're looking at 103 to get the Fetch AI. Take a look at STX, Stacks, right? And we'll take a look at Stacks here on MEXC. Stacks, very straight. You know, that was like a weird pattern that could play out, right? To me, it didn't look good, but it was like, hey, if that's its only bullish scenario. Now, ordinals, they get kind of crazy. They pump, they pull back. They get hyped, they pull back. Stacks gets that hype, and then it's going to pull back like everything else. Obviously, too, the whole market's kind of watching. If Bitcoin takes a huge rally, some of the altcoins will take a hit. The BTC pairs will take a hit. It's really the Bitcoin show right now. The halving's coming up. We want to get through this Bitcoin halving. Now, of course, everyone got kind of confused because October, November, December, we had this huge pump up in the market, right? But it was really just the influx of these new projects that were fast, like Solana, SEI, showing, that there was speed and consistency and change, and also Cosmos and TIA. And there was just, these new chains started to really take form. That created a bit of a frenzy. I think it made people believe we had a bigger alt season than they thought. Now that these coins are pulling back, they don't get it. They're like, I thought it was alt season, because it's just not how it works, right? We had a narrative. The narrative came out. It was just like a year ago. Very similar. We had an AI narrative. Huge pumps for AI, AGIX. Since then, those coins have never been there again. It's been a year now. It's crazy, right? You would have thought that was the beginning of a bigger run. No, it was just a quick narrative, hit or miss, came back down, all right? STX is getting tighter. See how it's getting really tight? I like it. If it can get above its 200 SMA. So here's the deal. If I see STX just pop up here, break above this key level at 164 and then bounce or make some type of flag, it's going to be a really nice run from 164 to 170, in my humble opinion. Again, buying STX here and here. Remember when we bought STX on the live stream? I bought it. I eventually did get my STX. I gave it to a friend of mine. He found that it was hard. He had to sit there and get all the words, and he figured them out. And I gave so I still own some STX, though. I found it the other day on a KuCoin account, so I'm excited for that. All right. Tonight, I'm going to share my KuCoin. I have another account that I've been building, and so I'll excite you guys with that and show you guys I have something else to show you as well. My new KuCoin account that I've been, that I was able to KYC on with my Palau ID, which is pretty awesome. All right. DIMO on CoinEx. Remember you guys talking about DIMO when it was here? Did get the pump, came back up, had some news. Now it's consolidating. You just draw your trend line. You want to make sure that trend line holds. You draw this trend line, right? You got two trend lines. That's all a pattern is. People never realize that. If you sit down and ask yourself, what is a pattern? Why am I trading them? They're two trend lines. They're two respective areas that price action has hit off, right? 1, 2, boom, boom. Resistance, resistance. Eventually, it's going to break one or the other. And that's why we play patterns. The patterns are just showing us when key resistance areas are getting broken, But we package them up in a pattern to make it look fancy, but it's really just two trajectories about to hit. We're seeing which one will lose. Now, you can see that the 4-hour has lost the 200 SMA. It's not a good sign. It's usually a sign that you're going to go lower to the downside, and then you're going to lose this key area here at about 41. So just, on the word of caution for sure here for Bitcoin, all right? And if we lose this level, definitely could go lower. It's a very new coin. I don't own any of it. I'm not into it. It wasn't never my number one or anything. It could go lower. That's an M pattern too that to me has a measured move further down. And maybe it wants to make some type of falling wedge here like so and come back down here. So I'm seeing bearishness. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It could come back up here. If I was going to swing trade it or maybe try to get into a longer term position, I'd like to get it above this resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. A big resistance for that at about 54. I want to see it get above that. Bounce off of that. Maybe make a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder here. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm not seeing what I like to see. So, and major resistance at 54, 55. Okay. Thank you for the beautiful super chats. You people are amazing. Let's talk about the fan funding today and break it down. Shout out to Al Shahid, TA Uninjective. God bless you. Thank you for asking. Can you take a look at DIMO, please? We did that. Shout out to Mahib Rafiqi. Shout out to Ali Shahid. Ali Shahid, we love you. Shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love STX. Shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love Infet. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at GME for me? Already made life-changing gains. Shout out to Ice Mike 6969. Can we go over JOYSTREAM? And Morning Lifer, God is good. Can we do some Dogecoin TA? Celebrate the 5th super chat on a live stream. So awesome. And shout out to Poon Song Ting, who became an exclusive lifer. And we're going to get into Injective right now and fulfill these super chats at 11:47. It's insane how fast the day went. All the action was this morning, and I told you it's Thursday now. How do I know when price action is going to kind of go sit and hang, right? How do I know it's just going to kind of do its thing? Nice little pump there, though. Look, my strategy plays out again. The second the 1 minute closed above this 200, you open up a long. Bang. Take that for gains. It's such simple stuff. You do have to be quick on your feet. You have to know what you're doing. If you have emotions, you'll mess this up. You'll click your hands. Oh, stop. And then you'll run out and you'll hit the flash button. And then you'll do it 2 or 3 times. Then you'll keep losing money. You have to have a really, really, really calm demeanor. You have to take a deep breath. You have to assess the situation. Know what you're doing. See, look at that double bottom. They did sweep the lows there. See that? I just see sideways chop right now. Back and forth for a while until we figure out what's going to happen on that on the other time frames, like maybe even something more like this too. But only time will tell. But I see chop. I wouldn't be going crazy on the market right now. Again, you do you though, and I'm not 100%, and I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. They can go to 50K in the next 2 seconds. I don't know, man. Everyday false move Mondays these days. Yeah. What do you think about EGLD? I know, right? You did know we went over Whales Market. We did, and we talked about it. It was one of the premier coins that I broke down, and we actually gave a setup for it in the trading group at about 68 cents. Whales Market on Sol. Look, it's a 138 now. And you know, because you could get jupe at Whales Market. So once I put that 2 and 2 together, I said, well, it's probably going to pump now. Right? I'm on Orca. Wait, I did the other one. Because usually it does keep your... Yeah, on Radium. It should keep my chart that I put out. There it is. Look. I called this. I even gave you the stop and everything, and it didn't hit the stop. It got very close. I'd say it got very close, but it's like, oof. Amazing. Look at that. And our next target is 152 for this. Whales Market banging on them to the upside, and you know, I figured this one out. This made sense to me. And you could buy it for Solana on Radium. And this was just another ecosystem play that I figured out made sense and was there to help you guys. Listen, I'm extremely successful. Money is flying at me left and right. People want to work with us. We're getting all sorts of stuff. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm here to help you, right? I want to show you stuff every single day that's possible. And I'm just pushing myself every day because I know there's never a dull moment in this market. And there's so much opportunity. The last thing I want someone to do is be negative or depressed or in their head. There's so much beautiful positivity out here. There's so much coming your way. You do not need to get in your head. All right? Just stay positive. Keep pushing, man. And look at this, man. This thing's likely to go to that target at 152. We were looking at down here at about, what, 69, 68 cents? It already did a double. That's 100% gains. It's going for that 117. And again, we figured this out. And someone may have put it on my radar, but I did the research, understood what it was, figured out where to get it, realized why people cared about it, and then it all started to make sense. Beautiful move. All right, so, wow, 42. We're getting a little bit of a bump here, though, for Bitcoin. I'll tell you that. Getting a little action. This little flag getting busy, maybe. Tell you what, I'm just bullish as long as the 1 hour stays above the 200. I got no qualms with Bitcoin. It's good. I'm good. We're good to go. Like I said before, instead of the 1 minute, I'm just flagging out the 1 hour. You never know. The small time frames could present an entry, though. You never know. That's why I'm always on watch. People think I'm out of my mind all the time. This time frame, that time frame. He's over here, he's scalping. He's doing this. He's on the 1 minute. He's over here. It's just like I'm showing you how detailed you must be if you want to really, really nail it, right? Honey, do you need anything? No, I'm fine. I don't need anything. I'm just messing with someone in the chat right now. 11:53, I start getting funny. I start, you know what? I start leaving the live stream and pulling myself back into the Discord, right? Because I live in the Discord. The Discord is my life, right? It's where we love to be. And it's funny. Wow, look at the 7 minute getting busy out of a very sharp falling wedge off of its 200 SMA. That's actually a very sharp flag with some devilish divergence there and some hidden bullish. We played this exact similar thing the other on the 1 minute the other day, yesterday. Remember 2 days ago? It was like right there, I think, that one. That 1 minute. Yeah, we took this whole move. I've been getting all the moves lately, just everything. Honestly, this is that same idea now, right? You could, I would paper trade this for if you wanted to try it, but your stop loss below the 200 and you just let it rip. As long as you're above the 200, you're going to go. And then you go to the target. Very simple stuff, right? And the stochastics are low and you have some hidden bullish with lack of bearish momentum. I don't see why we couldn't get a pump here on the 7. And if we have liquidity above us that takes us there, we have enough. We have something up here to 43,000. And that presents itself at 43,482. So, there is a little bit of liquidity there. It is a Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get the follow through as we're getting lower. But that looks, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, that's volatile, right? Boom. But look, golden cross coming. I like that idea. And you just keep the stop loss above the 200. See, just every day I make a trade using the 200 over and over again. I just constantly use it. I used it already today. I could do it again. And I change the time frames that I want to use it on. Sad, they don't have a 7-minute here. So I just have to kind of like trust my idea that what I'm doing, But look, there's the pump and there's just 7-minute. It's doing what it should be doing. There's the breakout. You're now in the money from that entry at 42,605, right? You're already up $100. On leverage, that's great. Not saying it's going to fall through, but these Stokes look great, and the hidden bullish says this is going to continue. So something's brewing here. Short squeeze about to happen for Bitcoin. It looks like they're going to go for round 2. Lunch short squeeze, 11:45 short squeeze. And you can see the gyration here. Something's brewing. Looks like we're about to get a short squeeze, everybody. I may have sniffed out another entry here. Copy over. Bullish breaker over. NQ. And I expect chop today. Even though this looks enticing, I expect chop. So I was going to make the trade, but then myself said, yeah. But, it's funny, man. The hidden bullish says it's going to pump, though. It's so crazy how, just stick it to the TA. The TA says, forget about the time, forget about what you're thinking. So if I remove myself completely and I remove the day, everything else, it just says this is going to move. And I tell you, I get more and more excited when I just extrapolate the data. All right. Are you too good for your home? Funny. I love that movie, man. Anyway, shout out to everybody here in the live. I'm jumping on out for the day. It was an amazing morning. We've been trading since about 7:45 in the morning. I didn't give the video update like I normally do, but I was giving you guys the flip book play-by-play of Bitcoin, right? And I picked up from the trade that I gave last night, and we took it from there. You can also just, there's a chance that the 7-minute is going to help with this consolidation, and we end up making it something like this. And our next big trade is something like that too as well. I'll be watching the charts, and if I see something, I'll be taking it. All right. So I've been trading very, very consistently, opening up a trade almost every day, no matter what. Just even if it's just not a good day, I'm just using less. And let's stay hydrated. I didn't drink a lot of the water today. The more water you drink, the better. Especially out of a glass from a good source. This comes from a Berkey. What would Mohammed do, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, possible trade on the board right now in the 7-minute. As long as it stays above the 200, you got bullishness. As long as the 1 hour stays above the 200, you've got bullishness. I see the 1 hour making a flag sideways. I know I got a lot going on. Watch the 7 and the 15 as it flags on out. That'll kind of begin to make the structure of how the 1 hour flag will play out. I see sideways price action for most of the day until I come back. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the $51 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the live and kicking it with me. I appreciate you. I love you. And I want to see you do amazing things with your life. So may God bless you, and may you continue to push forward every single day. Amen. Thank you. What were your super chats? Hold up. You just said I paid for 2 super chats. What the F? What were your super chats, man? Let's take a look. I didn't know. I didn't see them. They weren't added. Oh, injective protocol? My bad. I didn't see them. I'm so sorry. I forgot about it. Let me finish it. And what else did you ask for? I don't see the other one, but I see injective. Let me do injective for you, man. So sorry. No reason to swear, though. You know what I mean? And get so pissed off. Like, you know. Super chats are just kind of like a good, you know, you're putting something in good retrospect. Like, you believe it's going to happen, but I see this in a beautiful flag, injective. And my target's here at 79, possibly to 65. Let me get the screen up for you here. So 79 to 240, right? So, yeah, I see a beautiful, you know, we have strong support for injective, somewhere down at about 27, 28. So I'd like to see it come down a little more. The one day says it's going to, and come into that sweet spot. If it could come even lower, you know, the best place would be get it at 20. I'd set limit orders at 20, back near the 200 SMA. If Bitcoin takes a big dump, injective will take a move back. You have to always take into account for what could or could not happen. As long as we hold support, though, 79.65 are on the table, all right? The great way to wait is wait for it to break above and retest 46, and then that's going to be a sweet swing trade. Or, you know, and there could be limit orders down here. I do see strong support at 27, 28. The daily is resetting on the stochastics RSI, though, which suggests that there is some downside for injective protocol. All right. I think you should be okay now, and you don't have to say, what the, right? You can say, okay, cool. He did my super chat now. God bless you. And now you can't say I didn't do your super chat either. All right. Now you need 2 more. Tau, he asked about. My wife's waiting for me upstairs. Wow, this thing's out of control. No, I think he asked about, what did he ask about? Look, the trade's pumping 710. Bitcoin doing damage again. Wow, look, the 1 hour candle closing above the previous one. Very bullish sign for the 1 hour. The 1 hour is looking super bullish. Look, there's a gap in the VRVB here. It says we're going all the way up to 43.5. The 1 hour looks vicious. 7 minute just boomed. Look at that thing. I could do this all day, guys. I got to eventually leave the computer, man. Oh, wow, look, that trade did play out, too. I can't stop, man. It's just so crazy. Look at that thing. And there's more momentum. It had hidden bullish divergence. If you just listen to what the charts tell you, they're telling you a story all the time. I'm just able to pick up on it more than I ever could before. Wow. 42,766 now for BTC. So yeah, you guys can wrap me right back into this in 2 seconds. I could try to leave, and I can't. All right? I would do this all day long. Tau and ZTC. Wow, this thing's huge. Like now we're going 77. Look at massive candle. Another short squeeze. Another short squeeze brewing, and we just did say the lunchtime squeeze was coming. We said it. I said I can see a squeeze brewing. It's starting to jiggle. And we got the short squeeze again. Look at that. Now there's more liquidity up to 43,000. Like we going, we could go right in there. Wow. Flag pump, hidden bullish. That trades up from the $600 entry. 42.6 is up already. Unbelievable. One hour's bullish. Where's the 21? All right. Yeah, bit sensor, and we got into bit sensor at $60, $50. My team taught me about it, deep dived it, and told me definitely something I wanted to grab, and I got into it. I didn't realize it was going to do what it did, though. Last time we put it out here, look, up 118% off of the 618 Fibonacci retracement for bit tensor. And my team had this too. The elite had this in the trading group. Came right to the golden pocket. All you had to know was how to find a golden pocket. Came right there and got the bounce. 477. Now the daily's overbought, and you got some bearish divergence. It tells me that it's going to have to come down, all right? And that's what divergence is. It's this secondary chase, right? You get the movement, you get the secondary chase. Well, it's only 1206. Wow, Bitcoin's pumping hard now. Again, 780. They're squeezing the shiza out of these shorts. The 7-minute trade played out yet again. Dude, I'm telling you, if you just if you trade the way I trade, you will make so much money. It's ridiculous. Who has seen me just consistently open up a gain over and over and over up? It's just nuts. It's nuts. Don't forget my super chat. ZTX, I'm not doing it. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do about it? I'm not doing it. What are you going to do about it? I'm not doing ZTX. I think it's trash. What do you say about that? What are you going to do? Are you come beat me up? You know? What are you going to do over here, huh? You going to force me? You going to whip me? You going to beat me? Huh? Huh? What if I don't want to do it? Huh? What if I don't feel like it? What if it's not what I want to be doing right now, huh? What if I want to be outside? My super chat was Bitcoin. Yo, Bronxy, Dark Alley Sammy, Frankie Legend. We'll take a look at it. I'm messing with you, man. Look, I got no response. You aren't gonna do nothing. You're funny, man. Dude, this is getting a huge pump right now, though. I had to. You guys got me back in. And look, Bitcoin, I should have opened up. Take every trade that your mind presents, man. If I take every trade that my mind presents, I win almost every single one of them. Look at this thing, booming. And the 7-minute low stochastics and the hidden bullish divergence. We should break this high. What is hidden bullish? It's swing up to swing up, while the RSI swings down. I've got this mastered. I want you to understand this. And you can make so much money doing this. Look at this massive short squeeze all the way to 42.4. And again, from the morning update this morning that we got in at the very beginning of the day when I called that long at 41,900, now up $1,000 on Bitcoin from my long last night. You can't beat that. So nice. And now we're in the 900s. What a pump. Unbelievable. Make sure you're still subbed and hit the like. I got to know your channel from Jason. Amen. Thank you. Jason's a great man. God bless him. Jason Casper, check him out on YouTube. Trades Bitcoin all day long. Does some altcoins here and there. You funny, man. Blow on it, maybe it'll go higher. You don't need to blow on these, you know. You don't need to blow on it when it's already pumping. You need to blow on it when it's not moving. That's when you blow. So to me, the 1 minute looks like a little short now. And to me, it looks like we're just going to consolidate all day and get ready for a bigger pump. I would have been taking profits right there. All right. I'm going to look at ZTX and then I'm out of here for the day. I did just present this trade to you, this falling wedge on the 7 with the hidden bullish. It did just play out yet again. Insanity. That's my trading style. I'm just showing you what my trading style saw. ZTX on MEXC. Let's take a look. I don't like the liquidity right now. See how it doesn't have full candles? Tells me that it has a low spread. Tells me that when I try to get in or out for anything over 500 to $1,000, I'm gonna have to make like tiny orders. Like if I tried to sell 5,000 of it, it would probably take like 10 minutes, and I'd probably rock this whole market, right? It has been pumping up from 0 cents, came back down. It's in a beautiful bowl. 3 hour looks bullish to me. I just personally wouldn't trade this coin, you know. But again, anything could happen. Look at it inside this for the breakout. And I like what I'm seeing for it. It gets above that high volume node. It goes to the volume area highs. Eventually, I feel like it's going to make the handle for the cup and handle, right? I don't know what that is, honestly. All right, but now you guys are killing my algorithm. Because I said goodbye, now I'm coming back, and they're going to be wondering why I had no viewership. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll kick it with the trading group. We'll have more to come your way. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here, and stay lifers, baby. Stay fresh, stay rich, stay amazing, and number one, stay live in love. If you live in love, you cannot be denied. You can, you will, you are the best. God bless you all. Have a good night.